Do you have a
All
window
right.
nearby?
Over here, yeah.
Can we see the Puerto Rico? Oh, it's
I
nighttime
mean,
though, isn't it?
it's night. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Unfortunately, no.
Damn, we can't see the Puerto Rican world. But Ben is live from Puerto Rico.
I'll
Wait,
send you some like pictures I had at the beach so you can see like we can like put those overlay or something like that. It's like 10:30 at night for me, but I mean it's only an hour difference, so it's not too bad, I guess.
playoff time. I caught up a little bit.
Did you? I mean, I will say, I mean we'll get to it, but I think I officially got a fifth something. I don't know. We'll get to it, right?
Fuck off. What is going on, guys? It is the wild card round of Nick's picks. We are joined, as we are always, by Ben. Almost not joined by Ben, but we. What the
I didn't know that was a
fuck?
thing. So I'm on my phone. I did not realize that if I
Ben,
did that, it did.
yeah, as you heard in the intro, Ben is in Puerto Rico right now with his family, but he still managed to join us for the wild card round because he just wanted to rub in the fact that he got his fifth score prediction or sixth, I guess,
Whatever
fifth
it
or
is at
sixth.
this
It was
point.
something like that. Reminder: prior to this season, there were only like 3 in Nick's picks history. Although getting a score prediction did not get more points than me last week. Although it did help him to not, let me catch up as much as I probably could have. But Ben only scored 11 last week. I scored 17, getting the wager pick right, getting your challenge, getting your wager pick wrong, you losing your 2-point conversion, obviously. I got my 2-point conversion. I did really well on my picks on the ones we differed on. So it was a really good week for me. I had 17 though, so only gained 6 on you. It is 229 to 190. So speaking of last week, let's get right into the last week recap. It started with the Saturday games between the Steelers and the Ravens. Ravens didn't really play anyone, so the Steelers managed to win this one. They got the 7th seed in the playoffs because of this and because of other couple other things that happened. But yeah, this was an important one for the Steelers. They managed to get it done. And the battle for what turned out to be the AFC South, the Texans going up against the Colts. The Texans managed to win this one late in the game on just a dropped pass, really, by the Colts. But either way, the Texans did win this game. I do think they were the better team all around, and they are moving on to the playoffs as the AFC South champions. We said they had a chance at it earlier in the season. They made it
They did it.
happen. Texans are going to the playoffs as the AFC South champs. Unfortunately, Ben, your pick didn't matter on the the Falcons game because you switched your pick and you lost a point on this one as well. 9-0 though. Like it wasn't all that convincing if I'm being completely honest. But the Buccaneers did
Yeah,
manage
no.
to win this one. 9-0 over the Carolina Panthers. They won the NFC South, the shiniest of all
Yay.
turds. But they do go up against the Eagles in the first round of the playoffs, which, is favorable for them. Which sounds weird when you say that out loud. The Bengals went on to beat the Browns. Nobody really cares. Browns didn't try. Bengals didn't mean anything. Next. Lions went on to beat the Vikings. Lions didn't have to win this game, but they did. They hit the 3 seed in the playoffs. Vikings, good luck next year.
Oh yeah, and a little extra down below too. Every time I got him, I like to just dig it in there.
I tried so hard. The Jets went on to beat the Patriots 17-3. Another game that did not matter at all. So let's just move on. You wagered and you challenged to lose 48-7.
Look, Arthur Smith's gone.
He was pissed. What's your feelings on that late touchdown?
It got Arthur Smith fired, so I don't give a shit. I really don't care. And honestly, if Saints fans are like, yeah, we stuck it to him. You guys still have Dennis Allen as your coach. You guys, as of right now, you still have, at this point, the worst head coach in that division. So
In what turned out to be Mike Vrabel's last game as the Titans head coach, they went on to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars to spoil their AFC South hopes and spoil their playoffs hopes. The Jaguars didn't even make the playoffs this year. I had them as my 1 seed. Didn't
I
even
don't
make
know.
the
I think
playoffs.
I think I had them as like
3 or 4.
I think it was
Probably.
2. I don't remember somewhere like that, but I didn't think they were gonna do that bad.
Mike Vrabel did end up getting fired as the Tennessee Titans head coach. I think he's going to be a great coach somewhere. Chargers. So, hopefully. Speaking of coaches getting fired, this one was just today. Seattle Seahawks let go of Pete Carroll after they beat the Arizona Cardinals 21-20, finishing out their season. They didn't make the playoffs. I think he's staying with the Seahawks as a something. Like, I don't think he's going to go coach anywhere else, but He is no longer the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I think he's like an advisor or something like that. He's in there.
Basically, he's retiring. The Packers went on to beat the Bears 17-9. So the Packers did make the playoffs as the 7th seed. They'll go up against the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs. Good luck. Rooting for you. You'll see why later. But yeah, the Chiefs went on to beat the Chargers 13-12. Didn't fucking matter. So let's move on. The Giants went on to beat the Eagles 27-10. Don't care that this kicked us out of the top 5 for the draft. I don't care. We beat the Eagles. I love that feeling. I love looking down at the score and seeing Eagles 10, Giants 27. I love it.
I think
Fuck you.
I think what I
Eagles.
liked most was, I think last week you said like, oh, there's no way we play spoiler to the Eagles.
Okay, so I saw an interesting video the other day. If you remember, the Giants lost on a last-second controversial call against the Bills earlier in the season. Could have gone the Giants' way.
Yeah.
Could have gone the Giants' way. Didn't. But if the Giants had won that game, put that in their win column. We're also looking back at when the Giants and the Jets played, and Graham Gano missed a field goal that ended up letting the Jets go all the way downfield and getting a field goal of their own to tie the game rather than having to get a touchdown. It was an easy field goal for Graham Gano. He should have made it. He didn't. That's another win the Giants lost out on just that close.
Yeah.
And then the Rams, just a couple weeks ago, the Giants missed a game-winning field goal against the Rams, potentially on purpose, trying to tank, but because at that point, but that had gone in. Those 3 wins alone would have put the Giants in the playoffs. As trash as this team was, they were those 3 close plays away from being away from the playoffs. So I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with the fact that Daniel Jones is probably going to be the starter next year, because as long as you build something around him, it looks like you can make this offense work with anybody at quarterback. You did it with Tyrod. You did it with DeVito. You can do it with Daniel Jones. Just fucking let him try.
I think they need a better play caller.
Yes, 100%. The Raiders went on to beat the Broncos 27-14. Doesn't fucking matter. Next. The Rams went on to beat the 49ers 21-20. 49ers weren't really trying, but the Rams, it did help them secure a spot against the Lions in the wild card game. So, obviously rematch between Goff and Stafford, both former teams. So it'll be an interesting one. The Cowboys managed to win the NFC East with a 38-10 victory over the Commanders. We were kind of right. The Commanders were kind of in there for the first quarter and a half. We gave them a little too much credit, but they were kind of in there for the first quarter and a half, and then it just...
Cowboys ran away with it, literally.
And as we expected, the Bills did go on to beat the Dolphins 21-14. So the Bills ended up winning the AFC East after everything that happened this year. The Dolphins absolutely fell apart near the end of the year. Bad time to fall apart as you're going into the playoffs, and now you have to play the Chiefs in Arrowhead. So good luck to the Dolphins. But the Bills managed to get the 2 seed out of all this. All the struggles the Bills had this year, they end up with the 2 seed. That's crazy. But yes, with all that, like I said, Ben, 11 points, me, 17 points. So I caught up just a little bit. It's only a 39-point deficit. So I've come to realize I don't have to disagree with you on every single pick this week. I can allow us to tie or to pick the same ones on some of the easier ones. Like, I'm not going to pick the Steelers over the Bills. I can't do that. But let's get started right with it. Starting with the first game of Wild Card Weekend, Saturday at 4:30. It is the Browns going up against the Houston Texans. Ben, obviously, he got first pick on everything, so he just basically sent me his Wild Card predictions, and I'm just going opposite on the ones that I feel like I have to go opposite on. And this is one of them. I mean, this is a 50-50 game here. Ben is going with the Browns. I'm going with the Texans on this one. I mean, I really, in real life, I really do think the Texans will win this one. I think if I had gotten the chance to pick first, I probably would have picked the Texans for this one. I understand the Browns defense is really good, and Joe Flacco has been absolutely tremendous all season long and should definitely win comeback player of the year.
I just think the Browns are the better team. It sucks because I really like CJ Stroud. I really want CJ Stroud to win it, but I'm just going to go with the Browns because they're the more hot team, which is weird to say with a team led by almost a 50-year-old quarterback and Joe. I don't know what his age is, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, and plus it's also the Browns defense. The Browns defense has been consistent all year. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on CJ as a rookie. So I'm kind of more leaning towards the defense compared to the Browns offense.
Moving on to the second game on Saturday, it is the Chiefs going up against the Dolphins, said to be potentially a -9-degree game, which is a huge disadvantage for the Miami Dolphins. So this is actually one of the ones I'm going to have to agree with you on. I think the Chiefs do win this game. I don't think the Dolphins have played very well against any winning team this year. Even their win against the Cowboys, I don't think they played all that well. I just think the Cowboys played worse. But yeah, the Chiefs, they've limped their way into this playoffs themselves, but I think they get this one done. I think they're more used to playing in the cold weather. Dolphins aren't. It's just what it comes down to.
I mean, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs mainly because we saw it happen last year when when Miami played in Buffalo and they're like, oh, we can handle the cold. Granted, it ended up being closer than we probably thought, but
it is a kind of a Tyreek revenge game. I mean, Tyreek doesn't really have a vendetta against the Chiefs or anything like that, but kind of a Tyreek revenge game.
I also find it funny that this is the only game that's on Peacock, so now all you Swifties have to pay for that.
All you Swifties will have to watch it on the cock. Moving on to the Sunday games. The first game on Sunday is the Bills going up against the Steelers, and this is going to have to be the second one that I agree with you on. There is no fucking way the Bills lose this one to the Steelers, right? Right? Especially the Steelers don't have TJ Watt. I think that was their biggest chance at having a potential upset here, just because, if TJ Watt could have forced some turnovers on Josh Allen, anything could have really happened.
I don't know. They got their 500 streak alive. They're just happy to be there.
They did what they could. Moving on to the second game on Sunday, it is the Cowboys against the Packers. Sorry, Dad. I have to disagree with them on some games. And the Cowboys always choke in the playoffs.
That's true.
I know for a fact that this is probably not going to happen, but I see this happening more than I saw the Dolphins beating the Chiefs. That's just what it came down to. I had to pick one. This is the one I had to go with. So I am going with the Packers on this one. It's for you, Slower. I swear to God, all the shit you've talked this year, I need you to come through for me.
And probably the only time I will say this, Dallas, please be good. Just this week. I don't care after that.
The Rams going up against the Lions this week. Ben is actually going with the upset here with the Rams. I mean, I probably would have gone with the Lions anyway, but I can definitely see the Rams winning this game just because I do like Stafford more than Goff. I trust him more than Goff in these kind of situations. But the Lions do have a better team, in my opinion. So I have to, but I would probably anyways go with the Detroit Lions on this one. They've had too great of a season for it to end here. I do think it's going to end at some point for the Lions, but not here.
I don't see either of these teams being a Super Bowl team. Maybe the Lions more than the Rams, but it's just this as well as I know. Whether you believe the NFL is scripted or not, regardless, this is the perfect script. Detroit, this is their first ever home playoff game. And who do they play against? A hometown kid, Matthew Stafford, coming back and showing out. I'll get more into it in my 2-point, but that's why. And plus, again, pseudo Rams fan.
Since this next game, your team should have been playing in, but oh darn.
We could have the battle of the bird. Let's be honest. They would have gotten killed.
Well, let's get right into that last game. It is the Eagles going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I actually kind of thought you were going to go with the Eagles on this one. And I was ready to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But at the same time,
not how they've looked.
Yeah, I get it. I do have to go with the Eagles on this one to differ with you. And I can definitely see the Eagles winning this game considering the Bucs just won 9-0 against the Panthers, trying to win the South. Like, it wasn't like the Bucs weren't trying. So this really is a toss-up for me, honestly, and it shouldn't be because the Eagles are so much more talented than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on every side of the ball. Even without A.J. Brown, they are so much more talented. So I do think the Eagles can win this one. I hope they win this one. And actually, I'm going to have more on this one in my 2-point, but go for it.
I don't really believe in either of these teams, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of just rocking with the home team just because, again, the Eagles were 10-1. 10-1. They were going to be the 1 seed. It was like, oh, they got it locked up. They have it. They fell to the 5th. It's really hard for me to pick them at that point.
Well, let's get right into those 2-point conversions. Now, I am picking the Eagles just because I have to, but I'm kind of redeeming myself here by making my 2-point about how well I think the Bucs passing game is going to do against this Philadelphia Eagles team that is just absolutely atrocious. And I'm going fucking balls to the wall with this 2-point. Out of every quarterback this week, no, it is going to be Baker Mayfield that is going to have the most passing yards wild card weekend because the Eagles secondary is so fucking bad. Baker Mayfield is going to just go off, but somehow the Eagles are still going to win the fucking game. I hope.
Well, you might not like it with my 2-point because I did have to change it a little bit. Originally, I forgot that because I'm just dumb. I have mine that Matthew Stafford is not only going to do better than Jared Goff, he is going to have twice the amount of passing yards, twice the amount of touchdowns, and 0 turnovers.
So he's
Zero.
gonna just
Not a.
destroy the fucking Lions, I guess.
He is going to absolutely kill the Detroit Lions.
All right, well, that will do it for Wild Card Weekend. But that is it for Wild Card Weekend. If you guys haven't already, drop a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us over on Twitch. Follow us over on Facebook. Also, if you haven't checked out the 2023 highlight video, check that out right now. I'll play a little quick snippet of here, a little 30-second clip of it.
Get the fuck out of my game! Oh my god! I read that. I did it as a user with a pick 6.
Sacrifice Amber.
No. Babe! No. Why? Excuse me?
So if you haven't checked that out yet, go ahead and check that out. But Ben, is there anything you want to say before we head out of here for Wild Card Weekend?
I know fourth wall as you were streaming earlier today that I didn't have to deal with snow, but I'm telling you right now, I might just stay here honestly because it's nice here. Although it is weird, like it's winter here for people here, so like I'll still see people walking down the street in like jeans and a hoodie. I'm like, wow, it's like 78 degrees, 80, what? But those are still like Christmas decorations, which
Hey,
whatever.
I took mine down finally. My mom called me out for that last time. She was like, why are your Christmas decorations still up? It's January.
To be fair, I said I was gonna do it before or like 2 days after. I did it like on New Year's, so.
Oh well. Well, I hope you guys
But,
enjoyed
yeah.
today's video. We will catch you guys in the divisional round. Have a great one. Let's root for my comeback. Drop it in the comment section down below. Have a great one. Peace. I'm honestly, you know, I'm not super confident in the Packers Cowboys one, obviously. I'm confident in all the other ones. I think I could get quite a few points back this week. And even if I don't get that Cowboys Packers one, I think I still have a shot. So
Honestly,
we'll see. Oh, by the
one
way,
I'm
I don't
least-
know if I mentioned this at any point during the video. I know actually for a fact I did not mention this at any point during the video, but each game is worth 4 points, just so you're aware, just like
Okay.
every other year.
You know what I didn't forget? No, I'm not. No, wait. I promise. Okay, well,
Can't fucking
Nick's
hear
gonna
you.
hear in the editing. Nick's
Can't
gonna hear in the
fucking hear
editing. He's gonna keep talking, but I just want to say, you know, it's really nice here, and bye, guys.
I'm just gonna talk over him because I don't know what he's fucking saying.